Hello, welcome to the Pipe Revival. In this video today, I thought that some of you might be interested. Some of you newer fellas and fellettes. I'm just going to go through me smoking a pipe from beginning to end. Empty pipe. Dr. Graybo, Prince, beautiful pipe. Carved bowl. This pipe is probably older than some of you out there watching right now. This pipe was purchased way back in about 2003 from Walmart. Anyways, pipe cleaners. I've already cleaned this pipe up. I clean my pipes every weekend. I only smoke about 2 or 3 pipes. Maybe 4. But just run a pipe cleaner through it. Boom. One pipe cleaner. Blow any of the cotton stuff might come out of it. Then get yourself your favorite tobacco here. All my tobaccos are in mason jars. I got some ones like this and some smaller ones, but they seal up real nice. And this is so easy, guys. I've noticed a lot of you guys and pipe smokers in general are thinkers. Okay, so we have a tendency right out of the gate to way overthink stuff. And it could be a bad thing. This is so simple. To get a bowl packed properly and ready for you to enjoy a full bowl all the way down to the end where it's not getting bad towards the end of the bowl and you're enjoying all of tobacco, all of it, right on down to the end. And in these jars, if you got like a 10 or whatever, you can take it out, but my hands are kind of big, so I just take my pipe, scoop up some tobacco in there, and I get a full bowl. Look at there. I just barely just shove it down in there. And I do it again. Look at there. I tap it. Looky there. I'm just going to just barely get all that excess off. I'm going to check my draw. Right now, I want my draw to be like nothing right now. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. You can set your draw later. Believe it or not, you can get your false light in and then set your draw. So if you have like a no draw at all, just like, and by no draw I mean there's no resistance at all. It's just completely free flowing. That's what I mean by no draw. So you can have a completely free flowing pipe. That's pretty good right there. That's about the consistency of smoking or sucking up some Coca-Cola at your McDonald's cup through the straw. And that's basically what you want. And there we go. We got a full bowl of some half and half. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so great. And when you first light your pipe tobacco, that smell and stuff, the aroma that comes off of that first light, it's always just so good. I'm not pulling in very hard here. Okay. And when you get that nice and ashy like that, that ash bed's important. It protects your embers later on down. And you're barely, I mean barely, pushing that down, making it nice and flat again. And then we're just going to go to town. Look at there. Now we tamp down just a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And when I smoke a pipe, you see that coming out the end there? I'm doing that. You know when you were a kid and your mom got in trouble from your mom at McDonald's and you're blowing bubbles in your soda? That's what we're doing here. We're breathing through our nose and we're blowing bubbles in our soda with our mouth. See how it's still coming out of there? Because I was putting a little bit of pressure. Blowing bubbles in my soda. I just hit my pipe. But now would be the time that if you had no draw at all, which means that no resistance at all, you could take your pipe tamp, your pipe nail. Some of y'all got the fancy stuff. Set your draw right now. You can set your draw to where you can get it to the resistance that you like. If y'all never had half and half, you're missing out. And for what I've learned on the interwebs, half and half is kind of like it's a love-hate tobacco. You either love it or you hate it. Doesn't seem to be like a in-between. And that's fine, because tobacco, pipes, it's 100% subjective. That's why I've never given a review or anything like that, because tobacco is 100% subjective. So what I like, you're probably not going to like, and some of you might like it. So it's either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. I'm not going to make up a bunch of fantastical descriptors of tobacco, because it's just good. I like it. It's half Burley, half Virginia. And it's got kind of like, I call them like Christmas spices. So like your nutmeg or your cardamom and your maize. It's got that kind of the Christmas spice blend on it. So that's what I get from it. And I enjoy it. Smooth. Tobacco is ready to go. I mean, there's no, this is a half and half now. There's no, you don't have to let it dry out or whatever. You pop that tin open or pop that pouch open, whatever. I don't buy this stuff out of the pouch anymore. I buy it by the 7-ounce tins. But I have got it in the pouch. It's ready to go. Pack it in. Now, a lot of these over-the-counter blends, I've noticed that they are much more pillowy than your top shelf blends are going to be. Top shelf blends are going to be a lot more sturdier. And so when you're packing these, you're going to pack them really light. A lot lighter than if you're packing, you know, some 3 nuns in there, which is a lot more. It's not pillowy like this. You're going to have to push that down a lot a lot harder than you would this stuff. And like I said, packing a bowl is all about the draw. So as long as you get the bowl full, it doesn't matter if you're doing the 3-pinch method, doing the child, woman, man pack, whatever. None of that matters. I think the biggest thing that matters is your draw and the tobacco in the bottom. You want that to have enough room in between the tobacco for you to get your draft going on, your draw. Okay? And you can smoke a pipe. I've done it before without ever exhaling any smoke out of your mouth. You can do everything through the pipe. And to me, the best aroma is the aroma that comes out of your pipe, not out of your mouth. So when you're getting those little hits in your nose from retrohaling or it coming out of your mouth, those are going to be good still, but they're not going to be as good. Whatever happens with you pushing a little bit of air and it's coming out of your pipe, that aroma, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. It's the best, at least in my opinion. And you're checking your bowl with your hand. Now you keep smoking a pipe, you're going to build up a cake inside your bowl. And you want a cake. Okay? I've seen a lot of bad information out there. People scraping that cake out. They don't want any of that cake in there. That cake protects your pipe. And it makes it smoke way cooler. And you want a cool smoke. You don't want a hot smoke. You want a cool, dry smoke. Because if you're not doing that, that's how you're going to get tongue bite. Tongue bite is not a temperature thing. It's not. I know it's hard to believe. Oh my gosh. Tongue bite is 100% a chemical thing. And the smoke that you're holding in your mouth for an extended period of time has moisture in it. And that moisture has a pH level. And the pH level of pipe tobacco is on the alkaline side. It's pretty alkaline. Okay? And depending on the pH level of your body is going to determine your sensitivity towards tongue bite that you get from pipe tobacco. And all of it, most all of it, maybe not all of it, but most of it is going to come through the moisture that is in the smoke that you're holding in your mouth for an extended period of time. So you want it to be dry. Dry as possible. So you got to do whatever you got to do to make that happen. And one of those things is having a cake. You'll know when to tamp, by the way, when you're smoking. When you notice that your draw is easing up, time to tamp. Time to set your draw. Set your draw back to where you want it. Like you're drinking that McDonald's Coca-Cola. Feel my pipe. It's nice and cool. Nice dry smoke. Plenty of smoke coming out of there. This is how you smoke a pipe. And it is the best. I mean, come on now. I love smoking a pipe. I can't even begin to tell you. And getting your technique down is going to bring out the best in anything you're smoking. It's going to bring out the best in that tobacco. So, if y'all have only tried Prince Albert or Half and Half when you first started smoking and you didn't really know what you were doing, and you probably had bad experience with it, right? And so you're more inclined to be like, yeah, that stuff's nasty. But as you got more experience, you started dabbling, you started spending some money. You started buying some of your highfalutin blends. And you're like, man, this is great. Sorry about that. Guy came in and was talking to me. But getting your technique down goes hand in hand with how you're going to enjoy your tobaccos. And spend time with your tobaccos, man. You buy a blend, smoke that whole blend, man. Smoke the whole tin. Even if it's not your favorite, smoke that whole thing. Just get to know what that tobacco wants, you know? Some of them like being smoked hard and taken to town and just boom, boom, boom. And some of them are nice and gentle. You know what I mean? Some of them tobaccos are like women you meet at like the old smoky bar. And then some of them are the ones you meet at a gala. A suit and tie gala. But you gotta spend time with them. Know what they are. Know what they like, know what they want, know what they need. So, spend time with your tobaccos. You won't regret it. I bought quite a few tobaccos over the years. But I always found myself just coming back to the simple blends, the Half and Half, the Grangers, Prince Albert. And so that's basically what I do. I do get a hankering every once in a while. I'll buy a tin here or there. I bought 2 tins of the Stockton, the McBaron Stockton, came out in limited release. I remember that from back in the day. That's some good stuff. So I bought 2 tins of that. But I think my dabbling days, I think those days are pretty much done. Because what you're probably going to find, if you're anything like me, is that there's a few different genres of tobacco. And once you're in that genre of any kind of particular blend of tobacco, you know, your English, your aromatics, your non-aromatics, your Balkan blends, your vapors, you know, once you get into those genres, it's really splitting hairs trying to find a difference in the different blends contained within those genres. It's really splitting hairs. It's just something I don't participate in it. You know what I mean? And I've never really had a bad tobacco. I've had bad experiences, but that's mostly user error. My bad experiences that I've had with smoking a pipe has all been user error, mostly. I have tried it, which I'm not going to throw anything under the bus because somebody might like it. And like I said, tobacco is 100% subjective. So what floats my boat, it may not float your boat. And that's fine. As long as you're mastering the craft. That's all I care about. Master your craft. And find what works for you. Because you're going to know your experiences, whether it's a positive or a negative one. You know what I mean? Because you can get lost in the weeds trying to figure out, you know, reading too much of stuff. I think pipe smokers in particular fall into that trap, but they read too much stuff from too many different people. And you're not just sticking with one guy or one thing, and then through your own experience adjusting here and there to fit your needs and your wants and your desires that you're wanting out of smoking a pipe. We read too much stuff. We get lost in the weeds. And some people stay there, just wandering around through the weeds, just trying to, well, you can just get set on a path and go. Even if it's heading to the wrong place, at least you'll get there. And then you'll be able to refocus. This is half and half, gets down further into the bowl. It just gets more toasty. And every once in a while you get that nice hit of the Virginias. And that toastiness from that burley. It's just, You know, it seems like it should come with calories. You know what I mean? It's like it's probably gonna make me fat. It's too good to not come with calories, you know what I mean? But it did. 0 calories. Some coffee. Coffee is acidic. So that can balance out the pH level in your mouth. Especially for you new guys that are, if you're not using a filter, and getting a lot of moisture. You don't want that moisture, okay? You want to do anything you can. I don't have a filter in this, but I do use filters. The only reason I don't have a filter in this is because I'm out of filters. But anything you do, take that moisture out, because I don't know if it, once you get a mouthful, that moisture building up in your pipe stem, the moisture that's coming through, get a mouthful of that. Let me know how it tastes. Probably one of the worst things you'll ever stick in your mouth. It's awful taste. So that's why you want a cool, dry smoke. You don't want the bowl to get too hot. If you can't touch your bowl, or if it's really hot to the touch, uncomfortably hot, it's too hot. You see it went out. I always like to tamp a little bit. Right back up, baby. Right back up. Set my draw. I'm good to go. And it may go out again. Sorry about that. Had a phone call, had all kinds of stuff going on now. Like I'm trying to smoke a pipe here. What's wrong with you people? I forget where I even let off at. I basically just wanted to make a video from start to finish. Smoking a pipe. But you know, it can be done. One of the things I struggled with when I first started smoking was keeping it going and keeping it from getting that bad taste. I hear a lot about it on the Facebooks, about how people are dumping out like a quarter bowl of tobacco, a half a bowl of tobacco, or I'm like, you guys are crazy. It's tobacco, man. We can smoke that thing all the way down. All the way down to the end. That's what I do. It may take a few relights. There's no shame in relighting your tobacco. When half and half gets down towards the end, it just gets even better to me. It's when the Virginias really start coming through. It's really, really, really good. It is November 11th, and I cannot believe how hot it is. From all you pipe smokers out there, clogging up the atmosphere, making it hot. There are probably people out there that would think that. You would say that to them, be like, oh, yeah, never thought about that. Yeah, them pipe smokers. Get them out of here. Let's ban tobacco. Just ban it. I notice when I'm drawing in, there's no gurgling going on. It is so rare for me to get a gurgle. And I'm not like, whatever. Like thinking I'm the bee's knees or whatever. I'm just keep on going and practicing. You can get there. This is the true way to enjoy tobacco. It just went out. We're almost done with this. You can see that's all the way on down there. We're just gonna lightly tamp that, very lightly. We're gonna light her back up. We're gonna get every last smoke we can get out of this. We don't waste any tobacco. Okay? I can tell I'm towards the end, almost to the bottom, because no matter what I do, I can't set my draw. I have a really light draw right now, but I know we're almost done. Almost done. I can tell by the taste of the tobacco we're almost done. This is what I'm talking about. Spending time with your tobacco. This is why. I know we're almost done. So good though. I mean, come on now. Some nice coffee. Sometimes when you think it's almost done, though, it just keeps going. And it's that real toasty phase right now. Really good. But this is the time, too, to where you're at the greatest risk of getting tongue bite. If you're not smoking it right, you're going to get a lot of moisture. And the moisture is going to be in that smoke that you're holding in your mouth. And you're going to get tongue bite. So you got to be really careful. You got to have it. What you're controlling the temperature of your bowl through your cadence of your draws. So you got to control that to control the moisture, because moisture starts happening when the wrong temperature is reached. Because you want the temperature to be to where it's evaporating most of that moisture. She's just about done, fellas and fellettes. She's just about done. But man, it's good. So this video I made is going to be in 3 different sections, and I got to figure out how to tie them all together. So I'm going to have to download some sort of video editing and see if I can't tie them all together. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. So it may not be pretty. May not. But I'll try my hardest to get it put together. And if not, you'll never know, because I'll never post a video. Oh yeah, she's almost done. We're getting down there to the nitty gritty. Getting down there to the white fine ash. Yep. I think we're just about done. We'll give her one more shot. See that down there? Woo! I mean, it's way on down there. See that? It's way on down there. It's like a powdery ash. We're gonna give her one more shot though. Not much. You gotta be careful. Don't want to get it. Yeah, she's done. She's done. Oh yeah, that was great. I mean, you can just see. See how that? It's just a fine white ash. And I just take my pipe. This is not recommended if you have like super expensive pipes and nice pipes and all that stuff, but if you're just a working fella like me and you just have some Dr. Grabo's, I just take it just like this and I bang it out. Not very hard. You see that ash and all that stuff in there? You see all that in there? I know this is hard for some of you. It's really hard for some of you. Leave it alone. Leave it in there. Don't clean it out. Don't clean it out. And you know how you want to know how to prep this pipe for your next bowl? Take your pipe cleaner. Oh yeah, we're scrubbing dub dub. Looky there, see that? Yeah, we're getting all that out. I flip it over. I get everything out of, as much as I can out of each thing, man. I get all that. See how that came out pretty clean? It's pretty clean. And there we go. Well, I'm leaving that ash in there. Okay? I'll wipe that out. Okay. Smells good. This pipe's ready to go for another bowl. I promise you it'll be okay. I promise. And you can literally do this as many times as you want. You got a cake in there? Inside there, you can see I got a good cake going. I can still stick my finger in there. That's how I adjust my cake. I have a pipe reamer, and I'll keep it reamed to where I can put my finger in there. Once it gets too tight where I can't put my finger in there, I know it's time to ream, and I ream it back to that. And once a week, I'll bust these pipes apart, take the stem off. I try to not take the stem off as much as possible, to not take it off, because you're risking cracking your mortise here. And this is what the female part of your pipe that receives the stem, or your tenon, that's the mortise. And never take the stem out while it's warm or hot. Only when it's done, like, I let them cool off for like 24 hours. I got ashes on my fingers. For like 24 hours before I'll take the stem out. I never remove the stem while the pipe is hot, because you're going to crack your mortise. And if you do crack your mortise, it's probably not going to be the end of the world unless you see smoke coming out of there. If you see smoke coming out of there, there are some repairs you can do to get it fixed, but you know, the pipe's done at that point. It's not going to be a good smoker at that point. But yeah, if you keep these pipes clean, stems clean as a whistle. Clean your pipes, guys. Keep them as clean as a whistle. You can smoke them back to 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 back. They used to, I mean, I've done it in this pipe. This pipe is over 20 years old. So, I promise you, it's okay. This is my opinion, but it's backed by experience. 2 decades of experience, by the way. So I'm not just blowing smoke, pun intended. I'm telling you the truth. And I want you to have a great experience smoking a pipe. I want everybody to have as good of experience doing it as I do, because it's one of the most enjoyable things that I do on a consistent basis ever. I mean, it doesn't get much better. It's one of the simple joys in my life. And it can be the same for you. If you just give it a little time, a little patience, a little diligence. You know, you're going to have some stuff go wrong. You're going to have some bad experiences. But just rack it up to change in direction. That was the fork in the road right there. That was the dead end. Like, oh, that doesn't work. I have to go this direction. So we're going to try it again. And you're going to get on the right road. You just keep walking long enough. You're going to get on the right road. I promise you. And you'll be able to just go to town, and this will just be second nature. And it's so great. So great. And when you can get into the zone, smoking your pipe on a consistent, repeatable basis, it'll blow your mind. It will. But anyways, that's how I smoke a pipe from start to finish, beginning to end. Don't overthink it is rule number 1. As far as when it comes to packing and lighting, a lot of you guys overthink it. It's so easy, so simple. Keep it simple. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. And, get to know your tobaccos. Because that's the main thing. Get to know your tobaccos. Know what they want, what they need. Alright, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.